Welcome back to Clown's Garage. Welcome back to Clown's Garage. In this video, I'll show you how to install an electric vehicle outlet. So this is the outlet I'm putting in. This is a 220 outlet by Hubbell, part number HBL950A. This is a 50 amp outlet. Electric vehicles are continuous amperage draws, so you need something that can handle that continuous amperage draw. This has the green little EV symbol on it, and that's what you want on it when you buy one of these. And we're also putting this, you want a deep box for that one. This is part number 19L559. And then we're also putting this face plate on it, and that's part number 3LR95. We're putting this in the garage, so NEC code says you have to use a GFCI breaker. This is a 50 amp breaker with the GFCI on it. It's like a trip. And we're also putting 6.3 cable, Romex, 50 foot. Now, in order to get the size of the cable that you need and the size breaker, well, the breaker you'll need at least 125% more of what the amperage draw you're going to have. So if you look at this, this is from this particular car is a Mercedes 2026 GL350E, GLC350E, and over here it says the continuous draw is 40 amps. Right here, you can see that. This is maximum current, 40 amps, max continuous. So 125% more on top of that will give you the breaker size. That's 50 amp. Now for the cable, you have to be careful because it's the amount of run you're going to have. So how many feet you're going to have until from the box to the outlet. The longer run you have, there's a chance you can have a voltage drop. So you always want the cable that's rated for the amount of feet you're going to use. There are tables for that, charts for this online. You can also ask ChatGPT. You could put into ChatGPT the amount of feet you're going to use and the amount of continuous amperage draw on the car. It'll give you what gauge cable you'll need. So this is what we're going to put in. Obviously we're going to need some tools. I have a hole cutter here. I also have a inch-pound torque wrench. We're going to use that on the breaker to tighten that down and also on the outlet. So let's begin. So always make sure the power is off to your box. This is a sub panel, so the main panel is in the house, and I shut that off and there's no power coming here. I already checked everything. So this goes over here, and this goes in very tough. We push it in there. Right. Now the neutral side of this breaker, I connected a 6 gauge on here because it wasn't enough to run it over. Put that over there and tighten that down. And that's good. Okay, now on the panel, take out these 2 slots here. EV. Okay, so I'm roughly going to go 6 inches down, right in the middle, through these studs. I'm going to make the hole there and run the Romex through. If you want to put conduit like this, you have to get the single wires, the THHN wires. So, but you have to do everything to code. You have to find out what the code is in your area. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now and run the wire through. Okay, so that fits. You don't want that too tight. You want enough room in there, or else the cable's gonna get hot. And you also want it in the middle of the beam, the stud. If you go too close to the edge, you're gonna have to put a metal protector here. But I'm just going ahead and do all the studs now. So all the holes are done. Now it's just a matter of feeding this through. All right. So the wire's in place. As you can see up there, everything is through. And the wire's close to the box there. Now for the box. And now over here, we could put these. And that's good. Cut it right there. Now I'm tightening this down over here. It's good. Give it a tug. That's good. Now, over here in the back of this, you see where it says green? That's the ground. It goes back in there. And then white is the neutral. Goes in the bottom. Then you have the two power wires, the black and the red. So it's a very easy connection. This is going to go in like this, so you have a lot of space in this box. It's nice and big, so you just want to see how you're going to route this. Probably going to do one of these loops around into here for the green. So I'm going to go ahead and route these wires the way I want to route them here. So I'm going to do the green wire first. Sorry, the green is the ground in this case. So you need a 3/16 Allen here. And these have to be torqued down to 75 inch-pounds, which I'll do once I snug everything down. So that is this one here. Snug. Okay, now a neat little thing here. This has a strip gauge here, and it tells you how much to strip it. So you got to strip it up to there. This has insulation here, so you want this much stripped. So in this case, we want to strip right over there. Right where my thumb is. So I'm just going to go around with this.
Clowney is the best stripper.
That's what I do. I like to strip them. Okay, once you strip it, it's a good idea to twist it a little bit. Put it in where it says white. Tighten it down. Go ahead and torque that down to 75 inch-pounds. Might as well do the ground while I'm at it. Okay, that's good too. Okay, now I'm just gonna do the rest now. Same as the other ones. Okay, this is the last one. And we're done. A little secret how to get this off, because it kind of wedges in there. Put a long extension, comes right out. Okay, now everything's torqued down, and it'll go right in with plenty of room to spare in there. Alright, now I'm just going to put this on. 4 screws. And the 4 are done. Okay, now all these screws come with the faceplate, and they also come with the long ones. So put those in as well. And we're done. Okay, now I'm going to put some 1/2 inch clamps here, just along the stud. Now I'm going to put some more up there. And we're done. So for the Hubbell outlet, you need a 3/16 Allen. But for this square D 50 amp breaker, you need a number 2 square to use on that. So that's what I'm going to use on that. Okay, now pop a hole in the box. Good. Go through the hole, baby.
Get it in. Get it all the way in.
You sound a little hoarse there, camera girl.
I had something stuck in my throat.
Sounds like a personal problem. I still think it's hot though.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the 2 loads, the black and the red, go on the edges, and the neutral from the load, from the outlet, goes right in the middle. So I'm going to do that now. Little trick here, as you're separating this, you could just grab it and twist it. Twist the strands out, just like that. I took it out to make it a little easier to insert. Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to torque down the rest. Just a little FYI, that square tip stripped one of the terminals on there, and I used a flathead, and it did the same, achieved the same thing. So if that strips, just use a flathead, because there's also provision for a flathead on there, on that terminal. Okay, now everything's torqued down. Go ahead and install this. Okay, it's in. The only last one we gotta do is the ground. So I'm gonna put that in right now. And now the ground. And everything is connected. I'm just gonna put some clamps here to clamp this down, and everything is done. Okay, now electricity is on the main panel. Turn this on. Want to test this? Push this down, it should trip in the middle. That's good. So put it back to off and back to on. Let's go to the outlet. Now to test this, this should be blue, continuously blue when you plug this in. So let's see what happens. It's good. Let's plug it in the car. And plug her in. And she's charging, folks. So that's how you install an EV outlet. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like me, and share me. See ya!